You
guys want to name some composers while we're waiting here?
Okay.
What?
See if you can name. We're gonna do name that composer. We'll probably toss some of these. What about? So I'll give you, and then I'll ask and see if anyone knows. So before you say it, let's let everybody listen for a second. Anybody? Yeah?
Bob Marley.
But exactly. A little bit of reggae. It's definitely Bob Marley. This piano has some issues. E, if I play all of them equal, that E is broken. Okay, so what, does anybody know that? I'm sure you all heard it. You guys all know the name of it then too. The composer. Yeah. Have you guys heard the last of it though? Something like that.
Will we be playing that today?
No, it's been quite a few years since I've done that. But that's the third movement. A lot of times you kind of get stuck only hearing the first movement. No one ever has heard the third movement. It's pretty exciting if you listen to it. So I'm at the third movement of Moonlight Sonata. Let's do another composer. Anybody know that one?
Brahms?
It is Brahms, actually, right? Vegan Lead, the Lullaby. It's been ripped off a million times since then, but Brahms is the original composer of that one. Yeah, good. You guys are doing too well. I'm trying to figure it out. Now, let's keep with the easy one. That was great. We get to the scales. Get some scales in there. Mozart knows. Okay, Mozart. Let's try, what about... Ooh, let's change that. You already know what it's going to be now, though I ruined it for you.
No.
I didn't yet? Okay, good. Good. Let's see here. Where is this? This is the sound I'm looking for. Is that enough? Yeah, who's that one? Does anybody know? They do use it in the Phantasm.
Cotton Fugue.
I made that part up. Yeah, that's Bach. Yeah.
Cotton Fugue.
Yeah, exactly. Toccata and Fugue in D minor. Kind of another famous one there. Good. Yeah, Bach.
I learned it from Jules Verne in the movie when I was a kid.
Nice. That's good. Yeah. Another thing that you might. Well, what do you guys associate with? Oops. Let's see. Is it? What cartoon character is that? You guys ever? You've heard it before, right?
Yeah.
I think Bugs Bunny does a pretty good match with that one. You haven't seen that one. Anyway, yeah. So you guys know the composer. You should watch that one. It's kind of funny. He has all the crazy figures. That's from Liszt.
Oh.
So I did those crazy things there. So the Liszt one. So I guess.
David is not going to be here today.
Okay.
And Kirsten's going to wait for our last one. The shoulder came off. So
Okay, cool. We can go get started. Excellent. All right. Well, we might revisit some of those things later. I actually want to have all of you give a formal introduction. It'd be kind of nice for everybody to get to know each other here. It'd be a nice big old family. And if you could just start, so say your name, maybe what you do professionally or what you did professionally, wherever you're at, and your experience in music. So 3 things: name, profession, experience in music, or lack thereof, just what you like to listen to. If you haven't had any formal training, tell me something interesting. Yep? Okay, we'll start with you.
I'm Marcia. I work at the Law Center, and I'm a retired paralegal.
Okay.
I did take piano lessons. I was 10, 11, and 12.
Great.
Tried violin,
Uh-huh.
but that didn't work.
Ooh, it's so hard to make a beautiful sound, like just a single sound. You get started.
That's what it starts out as, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas piano, at least when you push the button,
Yes.
it sounds like something. Okay, great, thank you. And you?
I'm Merlis Stepney. I have a psychology practice that I'm doing 3 days a week now. And I took piano lessons for probably about a school year when I was 6 or 7.
Okay, great. Must not have liked it that much then.
Well, I liked it, but she got pregnant and my mother got this old man that was just weird.
Oh, no, that's the worst. There are so many horror stories like that with piano. I hope I'm never that weird old guy. All right, and piano number 3.
My name is Catherine, and I'm a retired psychologist. I worked a lot in prisons in Indiana, which I have fascinating stories.
Wow.
Amazing. It really is fascinating. Here now, I'm trying to retraining as an LPC, kind of just doing volunteer work at the nonprofit New Life, which is really near here. And my dear beloved mother had quite an ear for music, and I'm a great disappointment of family. I know nothing. She's tried, and I just know nothing. And here it's just sad. It's just, and I have friends who just, for them music is ecstasy. And so I've always been aware there's this other world that I'm not part of, just something I missed out on.
Well, welcome. You're
So
part
I'm
of
so
it now.
thrilled to meet you. I'm just so thrilled.
We're thrilled to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we can find some things you can connect with.
Well, and I recently learned how incredibly good music is for your whole brain.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There have been some TED Talks, it's made me a convert. Now I'm really sorry I didn't follow flute lessons and music lessons.
Yeah, a lot of incredible research, well, I guess hence this entire project, right, about the brain and the way it works. So it's interesting because, music works, it's conceptual, we understand the way it works, it's theoretical, so it has those aspects. It's kinesthetic, it's physical because we have to manipulate the instrument we're playing. It's also, in addition to the kinesthetic and conceptual things, it's aural, so you're listening, so your motor cortex, your aural, all those parts of the brain are lighting up. It's one of the few things that actually exist in all parts of the brain, so yeah, fascinating stuff. Okay, piano 4.
Yeah, I'm Jane Carter, speech and language pathologist. Right now I'm doing very little of that because I moved here for my grandchildren.
Oh, great, that's exciting.
Yeah, and do a lot of volunteer kind of stuff. I have children who are just incredible with music and they make fun of me. So like you, I don't speak the language, but I've always been exposed to music since I was a child and then learned to be aware of music through them. So I have high hopes for you.
That's the best part. That's the best part. So yeah, I appreciate it. And no matter where you're at on the journey of music, I'm always learning, and I feel like the more I know, the less I realize I know. It's crazy how it works. So there's an infinite amount to know, and no matter where you're at, you just kind of got to sit back and enjoy where you're at. So yeah. All right, welcome. Piano 5.
I'm Helen Hobson, and I'm a retired chaplain and LPC. And I played the flute in high school, and that was it after that. And I'm also very excited to be here and recover and learn all over again. So,
Wonderful, welcome.
thank you.
All right, piano 6.
Renee Pruitt, retired office administrator, and currently a care partner for my husband who has dementia. And I played clarinet in the 6th and 7th grade, and I've forgotten everything.
It'll come back. It'll come back. Cool.
My name is Darlene, and I've been retired for a long time. I used to be in special education, and I wanted to play the piano before I died. And so I want to sit down and play show tunes.
Great. That's wonderful. I always say it's never too late to learn. It really isn't. And people say that, but it legitimately isn't ever too late to learn something. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. And piano 8 over here. So,
I'm Nancy,
Sneaky.
and I'm retired from UT College of Education. And I had piano lessons probably when I was 8 for about a year. I didn't like it. My parents are very musical, and my grandparents were. My daughter is, but my sister and I are not. So we skipped a generation.
Some genes like that. No, I don't think it skipped you. I think you just hadn't had enough opportunity. So what type of music do you enjoy listening to when you do listen?
I really like everything. I really like stuff in the 80s, and I'm more of a rock and country and blues and stuff. Yeah, I like
Excellent. All sorts of
No
great stuff.
opera.
There are some great 80s comparable. No opera? No opera, okay. Fair enough. I'll try not to put too much on it, but I might a little bit. All right, and piano 9?
I'm another Nancy Hall.
Great.
I escaped from the software world a couple of years ago and I've been studying herbal medicine ever since then. And, musical experience, I was in a band and orchestra in my high school.
And what did you say you escaped from?
Software world.
Software world, we got it. All right, and piano 10.
I'm Dominic Leva. I'm a retired software developer. I'm also a competitive country western dancer.
Oh, wow.
And currently I'm a caregiver for my wife who has progressive aphasia. And I have absolutely no musical background. I went to private schools that had no music courses at all. So
Well, welcome. It's good to have you. That's awesome. So, competitive country dancing.
yes.
That's awesome. So that kind of, I mean, under the swing style and that stuff.
There's 8 different dances that I compete in.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Show us.
We might have to see some of that somehow. Yeah, we're gonna find a way to incorporate that in the class for sure.
Do you compete in Austin?
There's some competitions that I go to in Austin, but we've traveled all over the United States and also been in Europe and Canada.
How awesome. How many are in your group that you compete with?
There's a number of us that all have the same instructor, but
Okay.
we dance with either our instructors, or in my case, I dance with my wife and my instructors.
Okay, wow. Oh, incredible. That's wonderful. Great. And piano 11? It's over here, sorry, you guys can't really see your numbers. There you go, number 11.
Good numbers?
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Green, a retired offshore oil field engineer, and played cornet in high school band, and I like all kinds of music, and am a KMFA fan for a long time.
You're a what fan?
KMFA
Oh, great.
station here in town.
Wonderful. And piano 12? That's you, yep.
It's me. My name's Paul, I'm retired. I volunteer at the YMCA taking care of Alzheimer patients. And most of what we do is sing along with each other and dance. And one of my main pleasures is dancing with the older ladies and having those wonderful memories come back to them. And there's 2 kinds I end up finding, is that there's a kind that they danced a lot with their husband, and they really miss it now that he's gone. And then the others where the husband never danced, and they said, the son of a bitch never danced. Now I want to dance as much as I can.
Exactly, now I'm gonna learn this. That's a win-win on all
That's a
aspects
win.
there then. Wonderful. All right, thank you. And piano 13?
My name is Susanna Busico, and I'm a retired teacher of English and journalism. And I'm currently volunteer as a CASA, a court-appointed special advocate. And I'm also a competitive rower down on the town way.
Wow.
And I always wanted to take music lessons as a kid. I loved music, but my father just really, I guess he was worried I was going to become just this, poor artist, and he would not let me have lessons. So I did some choir, kind of like, years ago for several years.
I'm sorry, I didn't, what did you say you're volunteering in?
CASA, it's a court-appointed special advocate
Kids?
for kids, in the CPS system in Travis County.
Okay, wonderful. And piano 14? Missing? Oh,
15.
goes Ruby? Yeah.
I'm Ruby.
Yeah.
I'm the co-instructor for your course. And, I've been playing piano for 20 some odd years. So I'm one of those that started when they're little, and somehow I'm still here. Somehow I'm still here after all these
I've
years.
seen your video on YouTube.
Are you serious?
Little 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds.
Oh, those ones, I was never that good. Never that good. I am originally from Salt Lake City. I was born in Taiwan and then grew up in Salt Lake, and it's my 3rd year in Austin, so I'm working on a doctorate here in music education research.
Great.
And piano 15?
Pauline Ruben, and I'm a massage therapist, and I usher a lot at the Lawn Center with Marcia.
Oh, good.
And so I'm a lover of all performance arts, but more particularly for me, music is more a dance thing for me. I do a lot of ecstatic dance, which has been a practice here in Austin, but any kind of dance I like.
It's just easier because you don't have to learn. I
Just
like
feel it.
folk dance too, but I took piano in 4th grade from a mean old nun, and I've played around on piano. I've always thought I had some musicality. I thought I had great rhythm, but that test told me I didn't. I was really tired. So I'm really excited, and I've worked a lot with Alzheimer's too. My mom had it, and I had done a lot of volunteer stuff with that, and I'm really fascinated by anything that has to do with the brain and whatever we can learn to prevent, deepening dementia in myself and others.
It seems that there's a lot of room for growth
Yeah.
in that aspect.
Yes.
I have since we have mentioned Alzheimer's, but I have a friend who early onset Alzheimer's runs in her family, and she was just diagnosed with the gene because her mother had it, and passed away. I think she was 52, so really early onset. He started with the 40s, So anyway, there's a lot of research going on with that. Hopefully, they can find some stuff. So it's incredible. A lot of you are involved with that, taking care of stuff. Kirsten, do you want to? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm a caregiver too. My husband
You are a
is-
caregiver as well. All right, go ahead, Kirsten.
I'm Kirsten. I've been putting you through so much hard work recently. Let's see, this is hopefully my last year of my PhD. I hope to graduate in December, and this will be the sort of capstone project for my dissertation. And I'll be sitting in probably most of the lessons here, and my advisor who wants to pick up some music skills might sit in as well. One thing, you have your parking cards here. I'll be sure to just place them on your piano before each lesson. Make sure you throw them out after you use them so you don't get confused with them. And then I'm going to bring my car around so that I can give out pianos after class, right where I saw some of you in between the garage and the building entrance, but we'll figure it all out. Happy learning.
All right, and I am Josh, so Josh Straub. I just finished my doctorate here at UT in piano performance. While I was here at UT, I also taught group piano for the music majors here, so I really enjoyed that a lot. Kind of fell in love with group teaching here at UT. I didn't really have much experience before that. Enjoyed it a lot, and actually, it's been kind of nice because since I'm done with my doctorate now, I'm just here in Austin kind of teaching privately and gigging, and I really realized that I miss teaching group piano, so this is a wonderful opportunity to me. And I actually, let me phrase that a little bit. I'm teaching a class of kids who are in 1st grade, and it's really hard. So you have no idea how thrilled I am to be here with adults. It's really, really wonderful. Yeah, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's wonderful to be here. And we'll kind of go through things. We got a little bit of a late start today, so we'll probably go through a lot of different things on Wednesday that I hadn't planned on, but let's go ahead and just do some basic things from the outset here. Everybody says, what's this called? We call it our thumbs, right? These are our thumbs. We can also call this finger 1, right? This is numero uno. Here, right? Number 1. And finger 2. Number 2. You got those together? And then, of course, 3, 4 is your ring finger, and 5 is your pinky. So those are going to be the way we do things. And if you look at the way our bodies are designed, I like to do this exercise with all my beating classes. So let's do this. So let's all start turning doorknobs to the right with both hands. You got 2 doorknobs there, right? Let's do it in ready, turn, 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 turn. Let's go a little bit faster. Turn, turn, turn. A little bit faster. Turn, 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 turn. Faster, faster, faster. So what ends up happening, right? They end up going like this, right? Our bodies were meant to work symmetrically. And unfortunately, piano, I'm going to force you not to do that sometimes. But just be aware that that's a common challenge. And, our hands will work to function like this, but it's kind of difficult because with the piano, we put things here, and the left hand's be working like this, the right hand here, and we have different challenges going on. So it's not your fault that that's difficult. It's the way we were wired. That's what makes things challenging. Okay. Another kind of basic thing, this might seem simple, but it's also really important. On the piano, if you start clear at the far left of your keyboard, so start at the clear left, pick up that bottom white key and play it for me. Oh, actually, we should have everybody turn your pianos on, actually. Let's do that. So it's on the far left, actually. That kind of, yeah, good. And you can put your volume knob to around 3/4 or something, somewhere in there.
There's the button.
The volume button, good, we're gonna learn all about the keyboards. The volume is the knob for you guys, to the far left. And we might have, are the headphones plugged in, I wonder?
They are right now.
Okay, all the headphones are plugged. Let's go ahead and unplug those. So the way you unplug those is go ahead and reach below the piano to your left. And underneath, you can just pull that out of there. But only pull the, oops, I'll fix them later. So there's the, where's the one, there's the one that plugs into the,
So it's underneath, where is this, the power button? You can just let the wire hang. So not to unplug the green and pink ones.
yeah, if you pull those out, don't worry about it, I'll fix them
There's a
later.
part that says do not unplug.
But there should be a, where's the, are these panels the same as the
Yeah, they are.
to pull them out? So if you're, go ahead and see if you're getting sound if you pull stuff out. So it's kind of weird. It's,
Green and pink, yeah, no worries.
there,
All right.
yours is-
So the
I'm gonna sneak around here
Oh,
quickly.
What was with the green and pink?
So the green and pink, don't worry about it, I'll fix those later. We won't, in the future, we will, oh, yours is Smith, there we go. You have sound, you're good. Alright, everybody getting sound? Someone found the metronome too? No sound yet? Okay, let me help you out. Raise your hand if you don't have sound yet. Okay, a couple more, alright, come here. So this is, the headphone jack kind of plugs in here, it's kind of weird, but plug it underneath there. You can put, that'll be in and out for the sound, so that, you're good to go. It's kind of confusing. Alright, everybody have sound now? What's that? Hey, that's why you're here. You're here to learn. That's good. Well, this isn't normally where you have to deal with the acoustic instruments, it's digital sound. Okay, sound? All good? Sound? Okay, so everybody play the lowest note on the piano. It's kind of a fun one, I don't know if you guys heard that. Heard this before? Yeah, at the beginning of the Green Concertos, and it's a A. Okay, but that's not actually what I'm going to teach you today. What you're looking at is if you take that and you do what we call a glissando, take your third and fourth fingers and go all the way to the right. Yeah, hey, that's always fun. Did the notes get higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher, right? So the pitch went up in frequency, right? So to the right, the notes get higher. And if you take the black notes and go from the right to the left, go ahead and you can kind of take this part of your hand and glissando all the way down there. Yeah, that's kind of fun. So is that getting lower then, right? That's also kind of cool because that ends up being the pentatonic scale. Oh, I have a strange patch on my instrument here. Let's go to. So all those notes there have kind of a cool sound. Okay, so we've established then left is down. That's going to make the pitches get lower. And to the right, pitches go up. Okay? So then the left hand, if you were to go down, it gets lower. Going this way, right hand going up. Although that's going to change a lot. Sometimes the right hand goes down here, left hand here. We'll get to that in a while. Okay, also you notice on the layout with those black keys that we just played, they're in sets of 2 and 3, right? So they're grouped 2 and 3 and 2 and 3, and then at the end there's one lonely guy down there. That's just because they decided to chop it off there. There's no reason for that, but it would, if it were to continue, that would be another group of 3 and then 2 indefinitely. Okay, so let's take your left hand and take your second and third fingers of your left hand. So 2 and 3, these two guys here, right? Peace. Okay, peace. Left hand, and find the lowest group of 2 notes on the piano. Okay, actually let me clarify that. Let's find the lowest group of 2 black notes on the piano. Alright, so it should kind of sound like this. And notice what you're going to be finding then? You're going to look for these 2. Because I guess you could say, well, this is a group, but see how these are separated by 2 white notes? Yeah. And these are separated by 2 white notes, so I would call this a group of 2, this a group of 3, and then a group of 2. That kind of makes sense? So I mean, yeah, this is a group of 2 too, but there's the 2 white notes between. So let's go ahead and go to that lowest group of 2 black notes. 1, 2, ready, play. Good. Alright? And we are now going to play all of those black notes with your left hand, sets of 2, up the keyboard in rhythm. So I'd go 1, 2, ready, play, and then you go move. Next one. Move. Oh, you got a little bit fast on me. I was like, yeah, I'm good going. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I will accompany you, and we'll make it sound a little bit musical. All right, so because I know this isn't the prettiest thing you've ever heard on the piano before, but I'm gonna play something with you. So you're gonna play 1, 2, ready, play. And now find the groups of 3 white notes. And let's do that with your right hand. Everybody right hands? Oh, I'm sorry. Black notes. Thanks for the clarification. 3 black notes and fingers 2, 3, and 4 of your right hand. Everybody's right hands? So 2, 3, and 4 of your right hand. I want you to find the highest group of 3 black notes.
Right hand.
Right hand, yep, right hand. So move around, okay? And we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to go down the keyboard with the groups of 3 white notes. So you'll do a play, move, play, move. All right, 1, 2, ready, and play, move, play, move, move. Okay, hey, you guys are already turning into musicians, right? You played in rhythm, got them going there. And actually that is going to be really important for the way that music is organized on the keyboard. For example, you have a set of 2 and 3 black notes, and you notice that repeating pattern. That's not coincidence actually, that will be repeated. So this note is going to have the same name as this note. It's going to have the same name as this note. Don't worry about that yet. And similarly, this one and this one, and this one and this one. Although I am going to teach you guys this first. We're not going to get to all the note names, but I want you to learn the first name. This is the one I teach the kids, and I think it's the way I learn too. It's kind of the fun way I learn it. So the very first note I learned, you would think it might be C, right? Everybody thinks, oh, we're going to play in C. But actually, I think the easiest note to learn is D. You want to know why? Because D is the dog with the 2 black ears. All right? Yeah, so that's a good way of getting it. So D is the dog with the 2 black ears. And now that can be confusing. Okay, well, why isn't this a dog with 2 black ears? Well, because then that ear is, he's got a 3rd ear over there, maybe a 2nd face, maybe it's a Siamese twin dog. Right? So the one with the set of 2 black notes, in between that note, or between those 2 notes rather, is D. And then usually we kind of play it like this. I say, D is the dog with the 2 black ears. Okay? And the way you're going to play that, I'm going to try to do these things, is take your thumb of both hands and pick a D anywhere with your left hand. I don't care where it's at on the keyboard. You can do kind of low, do kind of high, and then pick another D with your right hand anywhere. So it looks something like this, right? And then, it's going to feel a little bit strange, but can you put your 3rd finger on that black note below it, and the 2nd finger?
What?
So 3rd and 2nd finger are going to go on the black notes. So you're going to be playing 3 notes like this, kind of with your thumb in the middle, so it kind of looks like a dog, right? So thumb is in the middle, and then 3 and 2, and 2 and 3. Okay, yeah, now you have those things, so it's going to be thumb, 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 2 note groups. That's right, 1, 2, ready, go. Thumb, 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 2 note groups. Yeah, all right, and so I'll play it for you one more time. It's gonna sound like D is the dog with the 2 black ears. All right, we have that. Try it one more time. Thumbs. 1, 2, ready, go. D is the dog with the 2 black ears. All right, I don't think you'll ever forget D after that, right? It's never going to slip you. Did everybody kind of able to find D? And if anything ever is confusing this class, there's probably lots of things that confuse you eventually. You can always come up to me after or ask me anytime, and we'll try and keep things going, but don't worry about that. If something doesn't make sense, we can always get back to it. Okay, so D is there. And if you are curious, then you can kind of do the musical alphabet anywhere from there. And your books that we don't have yet today, they'll be in, I believe, my next class, hopefully. Keep our fingers crossed. They have a keyboard in the back with all the names on them. But you can go down from D. Let's go ahead and do it, though, for those of you that are curious. So D, what comes in the alphabet after D is E. So we're going to go to adjacent white notes. We're going to skip the black notes for now, okay? So that would be E. And then you go up to E to F. All right, F is next to the set of 3 black notes. And then G. G. Let's have everybody take the second finger of your right hand, and we're gonna move up and say the name of the next one. So second finger right hand, 1, 2, next note, say A. Yep, so I heard A, okay, yep, A. And then move it, 1, 2, ready, play. B. All right, and then we're gonna move up. 1, 2, ready, say C. Okay, so what was kind of weird about that? You're thinking, why did G go to A?
Yeah.
Right? It should be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, right? Keep going. The way that the musical alphabet works is there are sets of 7 notes before you repeat. So if we started that D with the 2 black ears, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're back to another dog. Right? So that's kind of how it works. And the musical alphabet starts with A. So I know that's, and don't worry, this might be a little bit confusing for you now, but we'll keep reinforce this and keep reinforce this. But if you were curious then, starting with D, then you go up to what's the last note of the alphabet that we use if we say A, B, let's do it this way, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. It's gonna start over A. So if you start with D, let's do that one more time. 1, 2, so right hand, second finger, ready, play. Good. And then 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, ready, play. 2, ready, play. And this is A, right? So that's the confusing one. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Not H. I guess they kind of rhyme, so A for H, and then they would go up. So we will reinforce that. I'll give you books so you can do that. So if you don't have all that yet, don't worry about it. But it is one way to look at the piano. So your keyboards that you're looking at, find that D with the 2 black ears, and then you know that it goes from A to G. And then you can kind of work your way around that. We'll come back to that though eventually. Okay, I want you to look, actually we don't have time yet. I want to actually do a little bit of playing and listening for some things. So let's listen. I want you to tell me whether you hear groups of 2 or 3, and then how the things are grouped together, and then tell me why you hear them, and we'll go from there. So 2 or 3. So it can be 2 or 3. Yeah, just notes, and tell me how you group. So I'm going to play a few things and kind of start. You feel the groove a little bit, and we'll go from there. So I'm actually going to start with the first one I played for you guys earlier, and we'll see if you can. What you hear. And by the way, there's not necessarily a wrong answer or a right answer to this one. There can be more than one answer, so just listen and tell me what you hear. So the first one. That's the thing, I gotta turn this thing off. It has this really weird FX pad that doesn't shut off.
It's about 5 minutes there.
Yeah, what's that one? A group of, we don't know. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so how many of you heard groups of 2 first? 1 group of 2? Okay, we'll get that. And how many of you guys heard groups of 3? 3? Okay. If you heard the group of 3, can you kind of like hum to me how you heard the 3? Good, so come to me. Alright, let's 1, 2, 3, 1, ready. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, da da. 2, 3. Now, if you heard 2, you're not necessarily wrong. You could have been hearing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it kind of depends. Meter is kind of complex in those things, but listening to things and being able to hear those different layers. Does everybody hear those kind of 2 different layers going on? You have stuff going on there. Yeah, and you can see them too on the visualizer, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Such a dark key, C sharp minor. You don't even know about that yet, but it's a beautiful key. But a lot of people probably hear the da, da, da continue, but then you can also hear dum, dum. So that's what I was saying. Hey, you're not necessarily wrong. But let's try then, everybody. Dee, da, dum, humming along while I play. You don't have to get the notes right. I'm just gonna hum along. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, hum. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, Yep, so yeah, you kind of get the hang of that. Let's do another one. Okay, so. I'll do a little bit more even. Ah, this piano's got problems. Okay, but did you hear? Alright, so bum 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 bum. That's groups of what? 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's actually it. Anybody know who the composer of that is? You've probably heard it before, though, all of you, at some point-ish, maybe? Okay, that's Chopin. It's called the Minute Waltz. So it's actually a waltz, and that's why it would be in 3. So dancing, and you dance a waltz, and you would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. But you could also maybe be hearing 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And some people hear that, too. So yeah, you can hear those different layers of things. Let's do a couple of other ones here that I pulled up from you, some other famous examples. So lots of music can be grouped into either groups of 2 or 3. And don't worry, this is going to change a lot. It depends on how you listen to things. But I just wanted you to be listening to things. Whenever you're listening to something, think, is that grouping into 2 or 3? And then kind of see where you can find it. Then say, is there another way of grouping it? And just listen to music that way. It's the more we're aware of in music, the more you can hear. It's really interesting. So then, if you're listening to the radio, like, how is that grouping? You know, think, is that a group of 3 or a group of 2? And they're like, oh, it's a group of 3. Then it's something you can relate to and embody it. And of course, if you're dancing to it, you would need to know it's in 3 so your feet move the right way, right? Or in 2. Okay. We're going to pull up some famous examples here. A few more listening things here. So let's listen to this one. This one's one of my favorites. Let's see where our volume is. Always beautiful, right? That one just never gets old, no matter how many times I hear it. So what about that one? How many of you heard 2 there? Here's 2. Did any of you hear 3 or did things? Let's listen to it again and now kind of listen for that. I think you get caught up in the view and like, I just want to listen to it. I don't have to think about it, right? But let's listen to it one more time and see if you can kind of fill groups and start kind of nodding your heads and feeling where you're feeling that beat. And think about how that would group. And he takes a little bit of what we call rubato, so the timing's not always really strict, so you might have to, wait, what's he doing? But let's just see if you can feel that. Let's try it. And then also 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So different levels of 2 on that one. So we have a name for that. And when you guys get the books, this will all be there. So don't worry about remembering these terms because you will have a book that will remind you of these things. So everything that's new in this class that we introduce, we'll go over it a bunch more times. So don't worry, if anything's feeling overwhelming to you or not sure what's going on, that's completely normal. So we call that the duple. I'll spell that out for you. Can you all see the chalkboard here? Mm-hmm. So duple, like here, which just means 2. It's a fancy word for 2. Or triple. And most musics can be, generally speaking, broken down into one of those two categories. So we'll do more examples next class of those two to reinforce that. But it's something that when you're in your car the next few days, wherever you're listening to music, think about those things and consider what you're listening for and trying to establish, am I feeling 2 or am I feeling 3 here? Okay? And I also want you to look in your packet on page 7.
That's going to be the last page, so just turn your booklet around.
So we're waiting for the books to come in. Yep, last page, cool. Of this, actually, oh, good, you have a theory book. I didn't know we had those. So this one here, actually. So on the last page here, so the packet, on the last page there. And we're going to spend a lot of time on this, so don't worry, we'll get back to this, but it says Amazing Grace. So what that's going to sound like is this. Let's see here. And how many people have heard that? Everybody heard it? Good. So it should be in your ear, and it kind of should be something like, you kind of know what you want it to sound like. And about quarterly. Okay, we're going to be reading music in this way for a while, where what's happening is you're going to have finger numbers that correspond to the notes you're supposed to play. And if you look at the top of the page there, remember those sets of 2 and 3 black notes we found? Your left hand 3 and 2, so the third and second fingers are going to go like this. Yeah, right? Actually, don't do this. If you were doing that, that's a bad example for me. It's more like this. Have that hand be nice and natural. And then you're going to have the right hand 2, 3, and 4 on the black notes here. And then if you look down, what's going on there, see how the left hand is below that line and the right hand's above it? Those are going to be the corresponding notes. Let's try and do that without any rhythm. So I'm just going to say, call out left hand, third finger. Can everybody play that for me? Good. And if you're sounding down here, maybe let's have everybody move to the middle of your keyboard and find. So, yeah, I think we all got it. Yeah, I think we got those things. Pretty good. Yeah, close to the middle C here. So perfect. Yeah, you're good. Exactly. So that third finger there. Perfect. I like your nails. I like that color. Okay. So everybody play third finger of your left hand, second finger of your right hand. So second finger right hand should be here. 1, 2. All right, and then fourth finger right hand. Then back to second finger, and then fourth finger, and then 3, and 2, and then 2, and then 3. All right, okay. So let's try that. In a really, really slow tempo. If you make mistakes, nobody cares in here. It's just going to be improvisation, we'll call that, right? Some blues notes in there. And the cool thing about all these notes is even when you play them all together, it's not that ugly, right? So play away, and if you play wrong notes, nobody cares because it's just going to harmonize it, okay? So the way the rhythm I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate for you one time. It'd be 1, and this one actually is, let's think about that before I let you go. 1, 3, 1, dee-da-dee. Or can everybody just, can everybody sing with me actually? And if you don't have to have an incredible voice, I definitely don't. So just sing along, and let's sing that melody. Starting here for guys. Okay, 1, ready, go. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Those higher notes, okay? So everybody kind of knows the rhythm, and you kind of know those things, and what we're really doing is just trying to get your fingers to fit to what's already in your ear here, right? Okay, and the one thing, let's try that first line one more time, actually. We're going to try it about that tempo. And don't worry, this is kind of confusing getting used to the finger numbers and where things are going. The most you can, though, since your fingers don't have to move, try your best to keep looking at the score and not looking at your hands. I know it's a temptation. Everybody wants to do it. And if you do it, I won't scold you, I won't hit your hand or anything. But try to keep your eyes fixated on the score since you don't have to move the hands and think about it that way. Okay, we're gonna try this as an ensemble. One, and I'm gonna give you, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Da-da. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 4, 3. Okay, that's all right. We got the things. We have different rhythms going on here. So some people are going a little bit fast. That's all right. Well, I'll try and get the da dum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? I think I realize what's going on. It's because I'm counting and it's confusing your finger numbers, maybe, right? That's frequent happening. And by the way, this is going to be, just so you know, this Amazing Grace, we're probably going to be working on this for the next, I'd say, 4 or 5 classes. So don't expect this to work out really quickly. But I just wanted to try and do it a little bit. So, and let's all sing at one time. And while you're singing, can you go ahead and close your keyboard and put the lid down? Yeah, good. Put the lid down. And what I want you to do, and this will be a good exercise for you to do at home, just gotta do this, is look at the things here and play and sing while you're looking at those finger numbers. See if you can get it. So so let's go ahead and sing. And while we're singing, we're going to say the finger numbers. So it'll be ready, go. 3, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, and then the left hand cross over to 2. That's the one thing we didn't get to yet, okay? The left hand will cross over and play that, if you look at the top of the page, play that note up there, the first set of 2 left. Okay, let's try that. That was quite good. That sounded pretty good, right? I like to go. Let's get ready. Go. 3, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, move 2. Yeah, so you gotta coordinate that. And that will be as much of the song that we do for this next time. But I'm gonna do that one more time. Third time, I think that starts to make connections. 1, 2. 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, good, and then 4, 2, 4. That's a good question.
And then you bring your
That's a good question. It's because you don't have to play this note. Okay, good. Sorry, we had a good question. Actually, that's a really good question. So Helen just asked, why am I putting a second finger on this note instead of a 3, right? That's a really good question because I reinforce this in class doing this way, this way. Music often has to do with context, so there's not one way of doing things right is the most general answer, but you can play that with a 3, by the way. If you want to play that with a 3, there's nothing wrong with playing that with a 3. If you want to go over here and play that with a 3, it's not going to interrupt you at all. The reason that the person who wrote this book, which is actually our supervisor that we used to work with, the reason she writes 2 there is because you don't have to play this note here. Since you don't have to play that one, she just writes, oh, we'll go here. Because we were like, let's be a little bit lazy, so we don't have to move that much further. All right? But actually, if you want to write a 3rd finger in there, and you're comfortable with that, to get used to that shape moving over, feel free to write that in when you get that in there. So if you feel more comfortable moving over to that 3rd finger, I think that's a completely legitimate choice. There's not always one right answer in music, which is kind of cool, right? It's like, hey, 2 plus 2 is 4, but well, in music, 2 and 3 both work here, so both of the answers are correct. It's a really good question, Helen. Yeah, very good question. Okay, and actually we are about out of time. I want you guys also to, I know it went by really quickly. We'll get more done in the next class because we started about 20 minutes late waiting for things. So we missed things, but we're not in any rush in here, so there's plenty to learn. I want you all to think about, I want you to think of two things. One thing is to think about one of your favorite pieces of music. Maybe everybody think of a song or a piece that you would like to explore or learn something about. You're probably not going to want to play the list Rhapsody that I was playing for you, that's not the thing, but think of a song. It doesn't matter what genre, popular, country, reggae, I don't care what it is. Think about that and bring a song into class, and I'm going to write it down and I'm going to consider of some way incorporating that into class. So think of that, and then the second thing I want you to do is think about, you said that you were kind of wanting to play show tunes, so that's something of your passion. Think about, I might not be able to have you being able to play La Campanella on the keyboard at the end, but if you can think about a goal you have at piano, as something that you want to accomplish or some direction if you have it, think about that and tell that to me as well, and I'll be able to then incorporate some things there as well. So think about those two things for Wednesday.
I'm sorry, somehow I missed, when do we have class?
Okay, good. So 3 to 4, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
Yep, so 3 times a week. That's actually kind of nice because usually there's a week gap between classes and it kind of, everything disappears, you know, but we're going to do this 3 times a week, so we'll be able to work through things quickly. And you know, in terms of pacing in this class, like for some of you might, some things might feel easy, for some of you it might feel overwhelmed. So a lot of those, that's completely normal. Just know that we'll work with things. If you ever have any questions, that's one thing, but do you have my contact information?
No.
Okay, you know what, let me give that to you here if you want to write this down somewhere. Or put it in
These
your
are
phone.
books to write on?
Yeah, of course, and you'll get the actual books as soon as they come in. We're waiting on those to come back.
So we take these to them?
But yeah, take those back with you, absolutely. So my email, let's actually do this one, is Josh, first name, and my last name, Straub. I'm a lefty, so it's where my handwriting's horrible, I'll blame it on that. And then my birthday, 6/19, all right, at, oops, let's get better at there, at gmail.com. Ruby?
Do you want us to tell somebody if we can't, something happens and we can't make a class?
That would be great, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
report in.
you don't have to report in. I mean, if something comes up, you know, we're pretty lenient on attendance here. But yeah, if something comes up, it's just nice to know, so we're not waiting for you, but it's not that big a deal. I would prefer though, yeah, if you're not gonna be in class, to let one of us know, just so we don't expect you or worry about you.
Text vouchers, okay.
Yeah, and also, this is perfect too. Yeah, and you text. Yeah, sure, and you're more than welcome to contact me via phone as well. My phone number, you probably don't have any of these in your phone book. A 308 area code, it's from Western Nebraska actually. I have a business phone from there. 241-1222 is my phone number, and you're welcome to contact me via text or voicemail or anything as well at any point.
Josh, please put my number.
Sure, ready?
801-556